It would appear from the paper that your grandson has been kidnapped.
I read interviews with everybody surrounding the kidnapping. And the more I dug, the more fascinating the story became. You don't just look at the boy who was kidnapped, you look at his father, who wouldn't take any phone calls from the kidnappers because he was off his head.
What, this is my fault?
And then you go back another generation, you look at the grandfather, who also wasn't taking any calls from kidnappers. Then you look at the house this grandfather lived in, and he has a harem of 5 women who he has on rotation, a different one every night. And he also has a pet lion, and he has a payphone in his huge country house. And I thought, this is too good to be true, and I just couldn't get enough.
Jean-Paul Getty lived a pretty secret private life. But I read the books that he wrote. I read many of the articles that he wrote in magazines. The best piece, curiously enough, was his obituary in the New York Times. He was brilliant. He spoke Greek, Latin, Arabic, French, German, Italian, and he could do numbers like that. They were in his head. He loved them.
If you'll excuse me, sir, the price of the Times increased by 2p over the weekend.
And has the quality of their shoddy journalism improved by 2p?
I regret I am unable to say so.
You're dealing with facts and real family, so you have to figure out a way to tell the story and do it justice. So I started with the character, trying to get a real sense of who John-Paul Getty III was, realising that he was just a kid living in the extremity of extreme money and power.
They're saying he's been kidnapped, for Christ's sake.
Reading the books on the people that we are portraying was definitely an important part of creating the correct backstory. There's not a lot of footage of Gail and the family, so it wasn't ever about really looking like somebody and affecting their voice or anything. It was really about embodying who they are from the information we have from some books and from what Simon had written.
That's a fresh round.
What does that have to do with Paul?
Probably nothing.
I just read everything I can, look at as much as I can. A lot of the old photographs were really, really helpful. Then I just let it go and focused on the script, which is phenomenal.
When you have everything that you could ever dream of, what do you value?